It's time for a new series at Reaction Therapy, and it's called Frieren. Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist, here to break down the series of Frieren. I don't know what it is. I can't wait for it. Everybody on our VIP tier wanted us to watch this as a follow-up to Attack on Titan, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Edge Runners. We've got them all over there. And if you want all unedited episodes to any series we do, head on over to our Patreon page. The VIP tier is where it's at. You'll get tons of extra content, and it is a great way and a thoughtful way to support our channel. We appreciate that so much. And I want to talk mental health. So without further ado, it's called Frieren. And it's Beyond Journey's End. Episodes 1 and 2, we will do them 2 at a time. YouTube will get a edited version about half as long. Patreon has all of the unedited versions. You don't want to miss that. And it has a chat room for every single series that we do that I go in every day to talk to you. So check it out when you get a chance. Let's get it.
私たち勇者一行の凱旋です。盛り上がっているでしょうね。帰ったら仕事探さないとな。
もうそんなこと考えているんだ。
大事なことさ。魔王を倒したからといって終わりじゃない。フリーレン、君のこの先の人生は僕たちには想像もできない。
Frieren seems if that's Frieren, I'm pretty sure it seems burdened, like heavy. Like there are bigger things going on inside Frieren than the others. They're kind of relieved, exhausted, like finally we can get back and enjoy our rest. Frieren doesn't seem that way.
僧侶ハイター、魔法使いフリーレン。こたびはよくぞ魔王を打ち倒した。これで世界に平和な時代が訪れよ
う。王様が広場に僕たちの彫像を作ってくれるそうだ。まあイケメンであるこの僕を忠実に再現できるかどうかは甚だ疑問だがね。
旅立ちの時はどうか10枚しかくれなかったくせに。
まあまあフリーレン、こうしてただ酒も飲めるわけです。
They're like, dude, we got food, we got drink, we're gonna get a statue, it's all great. Frieren's like, I don't know that that's exactly exalting us. I don't think that person is like the king's like awesome for putting up a statue. How about like recognizing more? I don't know. She seems a little deeper than these other guys.
生臭坊主。
旅立ちの日にヒンメルとアイゼンが王様にタメ口聞いて処刑されかけたり。
下手したらあそこで冒険終わってたよね。
まったくクソみたいな思い出しかないな。でも楽しかったよ。僕は君たちと冒険ができてよかった。エーラ流星でしたっけ。50年に一度の流星群、平和な時代の幕開けにはちょうどいいな。
50年後もっと綺麗に見える場所知ってるから案内するよ。
50 years, wow.
何？
いや、なんでもない。
50.
そうだな。みんなで見よ
う。Oh, they're going their separate ways?
じゃあ私はここで。
これからどうするつもりだ？
魔法の収集を続けるよ。100年くらいは中央諸国を巡る予定だから、まあたまには顔を見せるよ。
暗黒竜の角、うちでは取り扱ってないよ。暗黒竜自体2、30年は見てないね。
そう、困ったな。召喚に使うのに。
なんか邪悪なオーラみたいなの出てるけど、人体2回はないよね。
わかんない。
わかんないか。
もうすぐエーラ流星の時期だし、ついでに取りに行くか。
Like the priest aged, and to her, it's just time just goes by, but she notices.
確かここらへん。
フリーレン？
ヒンメル。老いぼれてる。
言い方ひどくない？
That's him?
年を取った僕もなかなかイケメンだろ。
Wow, 50 years older.
エーラ流星か。懐かしいね。
Said we'd spend it together.
あと魔王城で拾ったやつなんだけど。
暗黒竜の角だね。片時も忘れたことはないよ。 ずっとタンスから邪悪なオーラが出ていたからね。
なんかごめん。
Isn't that interesting? My cabinet's been exuding an evil aura all this time from that horn.
君にとっては軽い気持ちで預けたものかもしれないけど、僕にとっては大切な仲間から預かった大事なものなんだ。いつか君にこうして返すべきものだ
Always
ったん
cared
だ。
about her.
そんな大層なものじゃないんだけどな。
I don't get it. Got the horn, then this bird just comes along and takes it, and then it's not that big a deal. It's okay.
ハゲなりのこだわりがあるの。
That's right. I'm the same way. We have things we're particular about. Man, I thought
ずい
they'd
ぶ
have
ん
been
貫
super
禄が
old.
出たね、ハイター。
生徒の司教ですから。あなたは全然。
He is older, but he does look more distinguished.
エーラ流星にはまだ時期が少し早いと思いますが。
うん。だからここから1週間くら
A
い歩いて。
week's walk?
そんなに遠いのか。
まったく、いろいろなところを旅したね。何もかもが新鮮で、きらめいて見えた。
Oh man. Memories.
その美しい思い出の中にはいつも君たちがいた。ありがとう、フリーレン。君のおかげで最後にとても楽しい冒険ができた。綺麗だ。
He's appreciating each little detail so much more because he knows it's at the end of his life. And this is kind of one of those swan song final memories or experiences he gets to do. And he gets to do it with the people he spent so much time with. To Frieren, it's just a blip, it's just a little piece of time. But to him, it's like, this was a hugely impactful part of my life. And now it's been 50 years, and to go back and reminisce, almost like going to a reunion, and you remember people, you remember experiences, and he's really soaking it in as you get on in life. I could say this at 55 years old. You start to appreciate the smaller things. You start to appreciate the time with people. When you're younger in life, and I know young people don't like hearing what I say is wisdom from their elders, but opinions from older people. What's so difficult to understand is you feel like when you're younger, your teenage years, your 20s, even your 30s possibly, that life is so much in the moment and you have bazillions of years ahead of you, so to speak. And experiences don't mean the same thing as they do looking back later. So this experience to him is just almost like a final hurrah. Icing on the cake, I feel like. Always appreciated those experiences.
ヒンメルは幸せだったと思いますよ。
そうなのかな。
あの子ヒンメル様の仲間なんだって。悲しい顔一つしないなんて白状だね。
おやおや、私たちもしていませんよ。司教は真面目にやれ、この白状者。って言いたいですな。
It's almost like she doesn't know how to feel. She doesn't have an earthly touch to this world with experiences. They're just experiences. And so this happens a lot of times with, you could take someone on the spectrum, which would be like all the way from autism into Asperger's or beyond. The spectrum's really widened out over the expanse of the 30 years I've done this work. That when you are on the spectrum, very often their filtering is different. And so the way I hear messages from you and the way I send them are very different. And so the filtering is like, I'll say what's really on the front of my mind, and I don't have a regard for whether or not it hurts your feelings or not. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to be honest. And then also sometimes with filtering, they can be very sensitive and tender to comments that come from other people. So the filter is adjustable there. And likewise, they can tend to be sad or frustrated that I can't feel. I don't know how to feel the way I'm supposed to. So these people tell me I'm mean or rude because I'm not feeling here, but I don't know how to feel because this is just another person that I experience life with, and now they're gone. But I do believe you can learn how to feel. It takes time, takes practice, takes help. But I think Frieren's just realizing that, like, I don't understand why y'all want me to feel, because to me, it's not something I would feel over.
だって私この人のこと何も知らないし。
It seems like you do so much about him. All those experiences. I think we want to live forever, but when you see this, it's like, maybe
人
not.
間の寿命は短いって
Oh,
分
wow.
かっていたのに。なんでもっと知ろうと
Oh,
思わ
she's
なかっ
feeling
たんだろ
this
う。
is huge. Wow, that's so cool. It's sad. It's sad for me to see it, but it's so cool to see her feel like life is so short for humans and it's so long for me that, 10 days seems like 10 minutes. And I didn't get the chance to know him better. And I wanted to know him better. This is part of that filtering I said, where it can be learned. There are feelings there, intense feelings. And she's realizing now I don't have a chance. He's gone. Blip of an eye. It's just over like that. It feels so quick. Look at the intense emotion that comes out when she realizes this is it.
人間の寿命は短いって分かっていたのに。なんでもっと知ろうと思わなかったんだろう。
Hide her just on the head.
頭
It's
撫
the
でんなよ。
endearment. She's like, don't do that. It's like his kind of way to pet her, but she's like, just, dude, second time. I've told you before.
では私も
Kind of that sensitivity too, also. A lot of sensory stuff that would go on. And so I wonder what character that Frieren is kind of labeled after here, because there's a lot of these tendencies. And also the, was it Eisen there? It was just hand on the back. We're here for you. But this is somebody's ring. I wonder if it's Himmel's.
生徒に戻るとしましょう。二人とも顔をよく見せて。これで最後になるでしょうからね。
どこか悪いの？ハイターは死ぬのが怖くないの？
私たちは世界を救った勇者パーティーですよ。死後は天国で贅沢三昧に決まっています。
Looking for the next life. That's what I say. This is not my world and my end here. This is only the step to the next life for me, which is going to be amazing. And he always keeps that positive attitude. And now he's going to be the next to go. And I love how he looks at their faces, because Jill and I, my wife and I, did that with our boys their entire, they're 23 and 20 now, but we did that every year the night before their birthday. And we still do it if they're here. The night before their birthday, we look at them and say, let me get a good look at your face before you turn this age. And they loved doing that, just for me to really see them for who they are. And that's what is so endearing here.
それで一つ相談なんだけど、私魔法職だからさ、強力な前衛がいると助かるんだよね。
Oh,
勘弁してくれ。
wow.
もう斧を触れるような年じゃないんだ。
Life slows down when you lose your vigor. This is what I was just talking about earlier as an older guy myself. Older, I still feel young, but older guy myself, in my 50s. Life slows down. Everything has different meaning. You're not fighting to climb as much anymore, grow and build and accumulate. With us, our children have grown and they're gone, and they still come back and they see us and everything, but we're not raising children day to day. We're not building careers day to day anymore. And life means something different as you get older. And he's like, I'm just too old to fight. I can't defend you. I can't protect you. But it was her outstretched hand that said, I could use a guard. And I want to learn more about humans. The challenge with that is you have to be around humans to learn more. So I wonder if that's what she's going to let herself do, because she's lived a life so much longer than anybody else. She sees people live, she sees people die, and time kind of means nothing. And she's a mage. How do you say that? Mage? And she doesn't relate to anybody else. So you could imagine you tend to lose feeling anyway about the purpose of life. But the more she's around people, the more she would appreciate it. So hopefully she'll do that.
さっきの木だ。この森いつも迷うな。どこだここ。
It's kind of like, that's the tree I just saw, but it could have been flipping 10, 20, 50 years. Who knows? I wonder if she even tracks time. 20 years after the death of Himmel, the hero, on the outskirts of the holy city of Strahl in the Central Lands.
何かお探しでしょうか。
Like the purple eyes.
どうかなさいましたか。いや、ハイターって人の家を探しているんだけど。では、お客様でございますね。
Still
かっこ
alive?
よく死ぬのも難しいものですな。
墓に備える酒買ってきちゃったけど、一杯やる？
She took it literally. See, this is kind of the spectrum-y type thing there. I think, like, I can't wait to hear feedback and comments on this about what exactly the story is with Frieren. But that's the, you said, whenever I come back or whenever you come back, offer a drink poured out at my grave or whatever. But I've just assumed you would be gone at this point. And now you're still alive. But he's like, you gave up drinking.
あの子は
Who is she?
フェルンと言います。
Fern.
南側諸国の繊細孤児でした。
らしくないね。進んで人助けするようなたちじゃないでしょ。
Wow.
ヒンメルじゃあるまいし、旅先で会う人とはなるべく関わるようにしているからね。それにハイターにはたくさん借りがあるから、死なれる前に返しに来た。
Just a very straightforward. So I came to repay my debts before you die. Like there's no attachment to that. It's like I'm trying to do the right thing. Trying to relate to people, trying to connect to people, that kind of thing.
弟子を取りませんか。フェルンには魔法使いとしての素質があります。あなたの旅に連れて行ってくれませんか。
実践での見習い魔法使いの死亡率は知ってるでしょ。友人から預かった子を死地に送るつもりはないよ。
そうですか。では別の頼みを。この魔導書には今は失われた死者の蘇生や不死の魔法が記されているとされています。
そんな魔法が実在するとは思えないけど。
それも含めて解読をお願いしたいのです。
でもこんなの解読してどうすんのさ。死ぬのは怖くないんじゃなかったの？
理由は2つあります。一つはあなたたちの手前格好をつけていたから。
Yep. Still
もう
kind of
一つは
scary.
前より死ぬのが怖くなったから。
Gets more and more.
それに晴天には健やかに生きよとあります。長寿はその最たるものですよ、フリーレン。
生臭坊主。いた。探すのが大変だったよ。いつも森で修行しているの？存在感が薄いとハイター様からもよく言われます。
Invisible.
とても良いことでございますね。そうだね。やっぱり魔力探知にほとんど引っかからない。卓越した魔力の操作技術だ。
Wow.
あの一番岩を打ち抜けば一人前になれると言われました。へえ、ハイターも分かってんじゃん。あれはね、このように魔力が離散してしまい届かないのです。なるほどね。どのような修行をすればよいのでしょうか。ねえ、先に一つ聞いていい？魔法は好き？ほどほどでございます。私と同じだ。
The cool part there, like the cool part of that whole episode to me was Frieren noticing relationship. Frieren noticing the value of people, even though there were still the comments of like, you corrupt priests and you did all these different things to people. Very matter of fact, straightforward. I feel like Frieren cared and cares about all of them. That's what I'm really curious about, is if she grows as a mentor to Fern like maybe she never had. So the coolness of the relationship to me is what matters most there. Okay, we have season 1, episode 2 of Frieren coming up. I am loving this show and just kind of the endearing quality of it, of somebody who's timeless, who kind of doesn't really connect to the day-to-day life with people and feelings and the way they are, but yet wants to have that relationship and wants to connect and also recognizes what loss is now and almost like, I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to do something different.
長距離魔法は魔法使いに必須な3つの要素の合わせ技で構成されているんだけど。
So there's 3 factors to being a mage and having this magic work. One is the mana. I think that's the internal strength, that's the control, the composure, that's the belief in yourself, that's the aura, you know, that's kind of the thing some people have where it's like, wow, they just kind of have that it factor. That's not common in most people. And then there's the strength with which it's fired, you know, that power, that strength inside to be able to shoot that thing out of that rock, the power. And then it's the control over what that power source is, that mana is. So it's like you could have 2, but you need 3. If you have 2, it's not good enough. Like I think she has 2, which is the mana, like Frieren was saying. She's got this thing. I can feel it. The second is she had the control over it because it was going straight at it, but she didn't have the power to it. And so it's like you need all 3 of these or you're not going to be that mage that has magic powers. Takes years to master. Wow. She's like kind of disappointed at that, I think.
けど魔力をコントロールする力。
Interesting. Compliment here. Your level of control is very high. So I do notice that. You've got a lot of control. Maybe you just need a little more mana, a little more power, strength, that you'd be there. Still working on it. Studying. Tried to get it done. Look at her looking at her, though. Got her looking at Fern there, like just really seeing her study. Almost a concerned look.
フェルンの修行は順調ですか？
常人なら10年かかる道を4
4
年で越えた。あの子
Wow,
は
that's
落
a
ち込み
compliment. It's 4 years and she's learned more than most people in 10 years. Like she's coming along, but she's studying too hard. She needs to settle down, but I'm not sure that's her. I think Fern likes to like push and wants to be the most she can.
次だ。あまりいいことじゃない。
最近ずっと森にこもりきりですからね。それだけ魔法が好きなのでしょう。
それでも一人前になるのはまだ先のことだ。この魔導書だけど多分。
Probably. Was about to tell him something. Hide her. Is she okay?
魔導書の解読急ぐよ。
She's gotta go to work faster before he dies. There she is,
フェ
trying.
ルン、修行は中止だ。ハイターが倒れた。そばにいてやってくれ。
So even Hyder passing out and being in bed, Fern doesn't even quiver. She doesn't even turn around. She's like, but you don't understand. I'm trying to do this thing.
私はあの方に命を救われました。
It's to your parents.
今死ぬのはもったいないと思いますよ。
Wow. So she was about to just end everything. Parents die. I don't know how. She's all alone. Figures, what do I have to live for anymore? What's the purpose? What's the point? Let me just end it because I have no reason to live anymore anyway. And I'm telling you, I say this to people all the time. If you're considering ending things, there is someone in this world that you have not met yet that you have a difference to make in their life. Please hear that. Because many people don't get that. And I've seen people want to end their life and they don't. And then they meet that person or that situation and realize this is what I was here to stay around for. And part of it for her is Hyder. He made a difference in her life. Someone that he could take in and he could practice being kind and gracious to like Himmel did. So he was able to do that instead of just being the life of the party, having a good time. He was able to care for somebody who couldn't care for themselves. And I think she's also making a difference in Frieren's life of giving her a chance to have a human experience and a relationship while at the same time being mentored by Frieren. So this is that example of Hyder was there at the right moment to be able to help her see there is a reason to live.
私ではなく、彼が生き残っていれば、多くのものを救えたはずです。
He meant more than me, kind of.
私は彼とは違うので、おとなしく余生を過ごそうと思っていたのですが、私がこのまま死んだら、彼から学んだ勇気や意志や友情や大切な思い出まで この世からなくなってしまうのではないかと。
Remember those times that did matter in life. All of life wasn't horrible. There had to be pockets of something good.
救ってよかったと、もう大丈夫だと、そう思ってほしいのです。
Don't want him to die being afraid
私が教えた
that I
ことは
won't
全
make
部
it.
覚えているよね。
はい。
じゃあ好きにすればいい。死者の蘇生も不死の魔法
Didn't
も書か
contain
れて
any
いなかったよ。
spells for bringing back the
そうで
dead
すか。
or granting
知っていた
immortality.
の？
It's
死
kind
へ
of
の
like,
恐怖は
you already knew that, didn't you? You just wanted me to go through this. And he's like,
計り知れないものです。そんなものがあるなら、エイビヒ自身が使っていたでしょう。
じゃあなぜ？
フェルンはどうなりましたか？
he's worried about Fern. He just wants to make sure that she's okay. And I think he also wants to make sure that Frieren is going to take care of Fern.
間に合いましたか？もう足手まといではありませんね。
Ah, because earlier she said she's going to get in my way. Like, I'm not going to take her on because she's going to get in my way and people die. Like, mages die or assistants or whatever, they groom them or bring them up under them, you know, to what do you call it? Mentor them. That I don't want that. And now she's saying she's got what it takes. So he's like, she's not in your way then.
測ったな、ハイタ。
You tricked me, Hyder.
解読の手
Oh,
間
this
賃は
is
机の
funny.
引き出しに。
In the desk
今夜
drawer?
にはここを立ってください。
What does that mean?
何のつもり？
見ての
He
通り、
doesn't want to see her
私は
die.
もう
See
長
him
くは
die.
ありません。
お前が死ぬまでにやるべきことは、あの子にしっかりと別れを告げて、なるべくたくさんの思い出を作ってやることだ。
Oh, and she's tearing up. This is the beauty of her making the emotional connection, the attachment here. She feels what Fern is going through. She feels what loss is. She experienced that with Himmel. And she's saying, Hyder, you have got to give her the chance to grieve. This is why people don't go to funerals. This is why people don't experience death or want to walk through it at all when they lose people. The more we don't go to a funeral, the more we don't want to go because it's scary. It's sad. It's uncomfortable feelings, but it's a part of life. We have to experience loss, and loss doesn't have to be a person dying. Loss could be moving to a different place away from the people that you love. Loss could be breaking up a relationship. Loss could be losing a job. There's a lot of ways to experience grief, but we have to go through it. And she is sorrowfully saying, please give her the chance. I know she's lost people, but she needs to say a proper goodbye to you so she doesn't carry that with her, because I have carried that with me in my life.
フリーレ
Yep, she
ン、あな
is.
たはやはり優しい子です。
Wow. Almost like she heard. I couldn't tell if she was wiping a tear on her face or what was she was doing there with Fern, but it's almost like she could hear what they said.
ねえ、なんでフェルンを救ったの？
Oh, and because of Himmel. I watched Himmel do this kind of thing. And so I thought, this is what modeling and mentoring means in life, y'all. Somebody that's been with you, that matters, that you see do great things, that you want to be like that person. I want to do things like that. He's trying to be like Himmel. It's beautiful.
勇者ヒンメルならそうしました。
そうだね。じゃあ私も
She got the hole
そう
in
す
the
ると
rock.
するかな。
おかげで助かりました。こちらは約束の報酬です。
Reward.
地味な仕事ばかりでございますね。
冒険者なんてこんなものだよ。
報酬は何だったのですか？
民間魔法。温かいお茶が出てくる魔法だ。
So they do all that work, and she's like, that's how adventuring works. You just kind of wander, you know, it's like a gypsy. You just kind of go around and like find the next place to go. And she's not worried about gaining or growing or getting more. It's just, we do what we can to get to the next spot. But of course, with Frieren, life is timeless. So I don't have to worry about time. And I think with Fern, it's like, dude, we have like limited time here. I've got a life to live. So wait. our payment for doing that work before was folk magic. It's a spell that produces warm tea. What is that gonna do for us? I think is what Fern would be saying.
フリーレン様は本当に魔法がお好きなのですね。
ほどほどだよ。フェルンと同じで。
少し違うような気がします。
Can't pay you
構わ
that
ない
way.
よ。この地方の植生を教えてくれるだけでも助かるから。
The local flowers.
村の人たちはもう関心がないのよ。
Oh wow. Some kind of beast. Oh lordy. I wonder if that was that old lady? Like when she was a little girl and she remembers it? There's Himmel. Just in
ヒンメ
time.
ル様は
Himmel
村が
saved
魔
the
物
day.
に襲われた時必死に戦ってくれたのに、こんな仕打ちはあまりにもかわいそうだわ。
大丈夫？このポーズイケメンすぎない？
いいから
ポーズに18時間悩んで職人さんブチギレさせるし。
助かったわ。
Beautiful.
魔法ってすごいのね。特にどうぞサビ一つないわ。少し彩りが欲しいわね。後で花でも植えようかしら。
フリーレン様、花畑を出す魔法使えましたよね。
そうだね。何か適当な花でも。
草月草。
There's the book.
懐
There
か
it
しい名
is.
前ね。昔はあの森の奥にも群生地があったんだけれどもね、この大陸での目撃例はもう何十年もないわ。
そう。フェルン、行くよ。
はい。
Ah, Fern snuck something in there. Whatever those squirrels.
シードラットだね。種を食べる害獣だよ。
森へ返します。
There they go. Thanks.
実物を見つけて分析すれば、草月草の花を咲かせる魔法が手に入る。
ヒンメル様のためですか？
きっと自分のためだ。
Kind of admitting, I think I'm doing this for me. I think I want to do this. Like, I know this may not seem like much to you, but it's something I want to do. Almost like going through the grief process for Frieren. Like, I'm remembering and honoring that friend of mine the way I didn't when he was here.
フリーレン様、草月草を探し始めてから。
6 months, y'all, for this blue moon weed.
そうだね。そろそろ探索範囲を広げようか。
Oh, man. Fern looks worn out.
フリーレン様の魔法に対する執着は異常です。
Obsession with magic.
このままでは何年でも何十年でも探し続けてしまう。フリーレン様は多くの人を救える力を持った魔法使いです。
Yeah.
私の考えは間違っているのでしょうか？
そうは思わないわ。でもフリーレンさんにとっては違うのでしょうね。だけど彼女の方が私たちよりもずっと大人だから、その気持ちを素直に伝えればきっと分かってくれるはずよ。
薬効があるため保管されていた禁煙種の種だそうです。これを代わりにヒンメル様の像の周りに植えるというのは。
分かったよ、フェルン。心配させてしまったね。私一人の時間ってわけでもない。潮時だ。
She's patting her head
もう
the
少
way
し
that
探した
Hyder
ら切り
would
上げるよ。
on Frieren. It's almost
もう
over.
少しって何
How
年で
many
すか
？years though? That's a
もう少
difference.
しだよ。
Soon, what does that mean?
本当に諦めが。
Took the seeds. Squirrel took the seeds.
追いかけてみようか。
Here we go on some kind of a wild journey to chase a squirrel. That's cool magic though. I could see the footsteps.
フリーレン様はなぜ魔法を集めているのですか？
ただの趣味だよ。
そうは思えません。
本当にただの趣味だよ。前はもっと無気力にダラダラと生きていたんだけどね。
There's Himmel. Like, here's your crown. She had to get it. She's not attached to
私の
that.
集めた魔法を褒めてくれたバカがいた。
Yep, he cared
そ
about
れだ
you.
けだよ。
He recognized you.
くだらない理由ですね。
And she didn't really
そうだね。
notice that then, the way she does now.
それ
花弁だね。
A
シード
petal.
ラットは餌を外敵のいない安全な場所に埋めて隠すと言われている。
賢い動物なのですね。
そうでもない。何箇所にも埋めるからよく埋めた場所を忘れるんだ。あるとは思っていたけど、まさかこれほどとはね。遅くなったね、ヒンメル。
なんでそんなに魔法に一生懸命に。理解できません。
わかるはずだよ。フェルンだって魔法使いになることを諦めなかった。
それは違います。
でも魔法を選んだ。
そうですね。
まさかもう一度蒼月草が見られるなんてね。本当に綺麗。ありがとうね、フリーレンさん。これならきっとこの像も忘れられずに済むわ。可愛らしい。
The crown, just like he did to her of flowers. She put one on him. That's just the attachment and connection. But I'm going to tell you, after watching episodes 1 and 2, I am just drawn to this series because it really shows what attachment is. It shows what memories of relationship are. It shows what mentoring is, how valuable it is. And it shows how we need to look inside ourselves, look in a mirror and say, who are we going to be? What are we doing this for? What are these relationships about? What's my life about? That's what therapy's about. That's why I love it. As a therapist, this is a dream come true for me. And to see the relationship with Frieren and Fern and how that develops. And Fern's got this balance of like, man, look, my life's limited. I want to be able to see and do and learn more. And Frieren's like, I've got some things I've got to tie up and get together. Frieren reminds me a little bit of that spirit of Iroh in Avatar that is just like, now all in due time. But sometimes it's like, oh, we don't have much time. It's a beautiful show. I cannot wait to keep watching this. Don't forget, it's not real therapy. It's just how I break it down this entire show of Frieren, which has been incredible. And if you want the entire unedited episodes, go to our Patreon page. The VIP tier has it all. It has a chat room in there for each series we do. And it also has tons of extra content, shows, album reactions, everything. It's a great way to support. We appreciate that. If you want real therapy, check out the links in our description. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this. And here we go on the journey of Frieren. Don't forget, mental health matters. It's on my shirt. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.